Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here. Welcome back to Extra Gen Scents. Hope that you're doing well. Bubblegum time. Bubblegum fragrance time. Yay. I'm so excited. Yay. That's right, fragrances that will make your teeth rot, but not because they are infused with meth, but because they are infused with bubblegum, which is way more positive. Thing in my face, get out of here. Now, I've not always given the biggest amount of love to bubblegum type of fragrances, bubblegummy sweet scents. I mean, look at the original Invictus. You know, I was not a big fan of Invictus. I did come to eventually respect what Invictus did because it definitely changed things, and I respect that. I respect the game. I respect that, but I still don't really love the smell. But it's not about Invictus today. No, it is about bubblegummy sweet fragrances. 7 of them that are big compliment pullers, very versatile, the type of fragrance that pretty much everybody loves. Some of these are a little bit overlooked, some of them are super popular, but all of them get my seal of approval for being bubblegum scents that people like. Super specific. All the fragrances that I talk about here today are linked down in the description below. You can find them below this video. The video that you're watching right now, below that is a description. In the description, you'll find links to the fragrances. The fragrances that are linked in the description, which is below this video, are the fragrances that I'll talk about in the video today. So that's where you'll find the links, down there in the description. Okay, cool. Let's get it kicked off with this one, Lamal On Board. Now, this is obviously not as popular as the big dog fragrances, Lamal Elixir, Lamal On Parfum, all of those, but Lamal On Board is actually pretty solid. During spring and summertime, this stuff can get a lot of use. Big compliment puller, got a lot of tonka in here, bergamot as well. Really fresh and green, and it has that sort of bubblegummy sweetness there right off the top. Really appealing though, it's not overdone. Has more of an almost watery, clean aspect underneath everything here, which is not too much of a surprise. It is Lamal On Board after all. And this one, by and large, overlooked. A lot of people, you know, didn't gravitate toward On Board or In the Navy, some of the other Lamal fragrances that are made for spring and summertime use, but this is good stuff. I actually low-key really enjoy these fragrances that Jean Paul Gaultier has put out. So this one you should know about. After that, Born in Roma from Valentino. Valentino Uomo, Born in Roma officially. Now, when this first came out, I wasn't a massive fan. No sir. And reason for that? It smells kind of like Invictus. Yeah, it's got a little bit of that Invictus vibe to it. This one I don't think as close to Invictus. And a lot of the ones we talk about here today are not too close to Invictus, but some are. And again, kind of going back to what I said at the beginning, reason for that is because Invictus changed things in a big way. A lot of fragrances were like, oh, I see what you did there. And I see you made some money. It'd be a shame if somebody happened to do the exact freaking same thing you're doing and make some of that money for myself. A lot of companies did that, and Valentino is one of them. So Born in Roma smells a bit similar to Invictus, but I think it smells better than Invictus. It has minerality in there that helps temper that sweetness. That bubblegum aspect helps bring that in, reins it in a little bit, gives it more versatility, more usability, and opens up the age range a little bit. It's not the type of fragrance that you would say, oh, you can only wear this if you're a high schooler, right? Oh. Pretty much anybody can wear this. Now, I do think that the flankers that came after this, to my own personal taste, are better. Like Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Intense. That stuff is fantastic. Absolutely love that. Coral Fantasy is better than this. Yellow Dream is better than this one. Again, just my own personal taste. But if you're looking for one that's more bubblegummy, that would be this one. And for what it was made to do, it's actually super solid. Really, really, really easy to wear, very versatile, big compliment puller. So yeah, a lot of people love that, and for good reason. All right, Legend Spirit up next from Montblanc. Now, of course, this one is similar to Invictus Aqua, only way easier to find and way cheaper. And both of those are good. That's nice. So, whoa, that made a weird noise. So this one has more of that aquatic freshness to it, again, in a similar way to Invictus Aqua. Good amount of citrus in here, some lavender musk as well as it dries down, and also helps that I have the notes on the back of the bottle here because this is a tester. But no, I totally had those memorized, so. Legend Spirit has been one of those great bang for your buck fragrances during spring and summertime for years and years, and it still continues to be one of the best bang for your buck bubblegum type of scents out there. All right, next up we have Y Eau de Parfum from Yves Saint Laurent. Now for me, I don't actually consider this that much of a bubblegummy fragrance. You know, I consider these to be more of that style. I think that this, you know, this line, Y, is separate from Invictus. I think they do their own things, but to some people, Y would be considered bubblegummy, and that's why I include it, because Y Eau de Parfum is, of course, a massive, massive release. And if you're talking about fragrances everybody loves, this is one of the biggest in the world right now, and it has sweetness off the top that, again, some people could take as being bubblegummy in the way it comes across. Now, I love YEDP. I think this stuff is great. Lasts forever, great projection, longevity, massive compliment factor. You can wear this stuff pretty much anywhere. I know some people say can't wear it during summer or can't wear it during formal occasions, and I would say, brother, you just haven't tried hard enough yet.
Try harder!
I wore 5 sprays and it gave me a headache. Wear 3. Yeah, Eau de Parfum, bubblegummy, maybe. Huge, huge versatility and just basically global appeal. Yes, so gotta include that bad boy. All right, this next one gets overlooked. Kenzo Oud Parfum. Brought this fragrance up a couple of times on the main channel, and I think the extra channel too. You do have to keep in mind, this is the old Kenzo Oud Parfum. So if it comes in this bottle style, that's the one I'm talking about. If it comes in this bottle style, looks like a sliced bamboo, that's not the right one. That's a good fragrance. That's a good fragrance. It's just a different fragrance.
Same, but different.
That one, not so bubblegummy. This one, yeah. I like the gradient on this one too. It looks slick. So with this, we are treading back toward Invictus-y territory. But don't worry, it doesn't smell the exact same as Invictus. It does still have that same type of appeal, that same type of, that quality of complementation that a lot of people are looking for that want to wear Invictus style fragrances. But this has a good amount of mint off the top, so it gives you a fresh, green, zingy pop when you first spray it on. You have citrus in there as well. You have aquatic notes in here, some woodiness that comes out, sage as well through the mid. As I said, totally overlooked. Nobody out there really is wearing Kenzo Oud Parfum. I mean, sure, there's a few people here and there, like fragrance people who are really into stuff like that, but most people are not. It's not really a super well-known fragrance brand in the US anyway, and it's a fragrance that has already been replaced. So yeah, this one sometimes not super easy to find at discounters, but when you can find it, it's not that expensive either. That may change as time goes on. It gets harder to find and everything, but right now, pretty solid pickup. All right, another obvious one, AOS from Versace. Yes, it has bubblegummy sweetness here, but I will die on this hill. AOS is more than just a clubbing scent. It has more to offer. I think that this has about the same versatility as this. I think that you can use AOS pretty much the same time, same place as you would use Eau de Parfum. I think that the whole AOS is only a clubbing fragrance thing is dying down, to be fair, but still, I just want to drive that home, just like beat a dead horse, you know? Just really just talk ad nauseum about how you can use this a lot. Really love the fragrance, great versatility, wear it anywhere. The sweetness, it's pretty front loaded. You get a lot of sweetness off the top there, and you get some as it dries down as well. So it's gonna be one of those ones, depending on where you're going, what you're doing, you want to adjust those sprays up and down because it can be a bit loud, but outside of that, solid, which is why it's one of the best selling fragrances in the world. All right, last but not least, Ultra Malt. What? 2 Jean Paul Gaultiers? Yep. Yeah, they've got a lot of fragrances actually that have a little bit of that bubblegum type sweetness to them. So you could go with a few Jean Paul Gaultiers. Honestly, you could go with a few Paco Rabannes also. But like I said, I didn't want to do an Invictus, even though I've got some fragrances that smell like Invictus. And I didn't want to do 1 million. So I guess I just used Jean Paul Gaultier instead of doing multiple Paco Rabannes. But those 2 houses, I feel like when you're talking designers, probably have more bubblegum type of scents than any other fragrance house. I'm trying to think right now. In my mind, it's Jean Paul Gaultier and Paco Rabanne. Now, if you disagree, let me know which fragrance house you feel like competes with them just as far as overall bubblegumminess. But I feel like those are the top 2. So yeah, Ultra Malt, this, like AOS, kind of was pinned as a clubbing fragrance. It's got a nice opening here, good sweetness, has pear in there, which helps set things off a little bit compared to other fragrances, gives it a unique feel to where when you smell it, you go, oh, that's Ultra Malt. Another one with great performance, really ticks a lot of boxes, and this was a hype beast for quite a while, and it makes sense why. Stuff works perfectly if you're looking for a fragrance that gets you positive attention. So there we go, 7 fragrances with bubblegummy sweetness. Pretty much everybody likes, at least if we're talking about just your day-to-day use. These ones will get the job done. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.